Behold, the Devourer of Worlds! Galactus is coming to the MCU, and we've got a feeling that his shiny herald might just be his downfall. When most people think of the Silver Surfer, they think of Norrin Radd. He's the original Silver Surfer from Marvel Comics who became Galactus' herald to prevent him from consuming his home planet, Zen-La. In doing so, Radd was able to stop Galactus from destroying everything and everyone he loves, including his beloved Shalla-Bal.
You remind me of her.
And so the Silver Surfer travels the universe to find planets fit for Galactus to eat. By saving his planet, he dooms countless others, making him a useful symbol for the inner struggle between good and evil.
Why are you destroying our planet?
I have no choice.
In one comic book plotline, Mephisto takes Shalla-Bal to Earth as bait for the Silver Surfer. Then she's sent back to Zen-La after Radd gives her some of his power cosmic. But while Shalla-Bal is said to be the Surfer we'll meet in Fantastic Four First Steps, it's unlikely Marvel will use this storyline as inspiration. So what do we know about the MCU's take on the Silver Surfer? The Fantastic Four First Steps trailer gave us a glimpse of Galactus' vast presence, with the cosmic villain looming large over the Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
Those who attended 2024's D23 also got to see his face peering ominously into the window of the Baxter Building. Notably though, Julia Garner's Shalla-Bal did not appear in the trailer. The reason for this could be as simple as the Silver Surfer needs heavy VFX work that may not currently be finished. Equally, Marvel might want to downplay the significance of the character and her potential role in defeating Galactus. Garner herself hasn't given us much on what to expect with Shalla-Bal either, and she usually keeps her cards close to her chest when asked about the character during interviews. For example, she told Who, What, Where, "With the Silver Surfer, there's something very mysterious about it. That mystery is very important to me as an actor. It's such an iconic character, and it felt very different for me. I've never played a character like that." Referring to the Silver Surfer as mysterious could be a sign that she'll be more complex than a mere minion of Galactus. Of course, Garner is well known for playing morally ambiguous figures in shows such as Ozark and Inventing Anna, and so it'd be no surprise to see her bring some added nuance to this iconic Marvel character.
I want my life back. I demand my soul.
For the sake of simplicity, let's just assume that Shalla-Bal is the sole herald of Galactus in the Fantastic Four First Steps, effectively taking the role traditionally held by Norrin Radd. You might be thinking that it would still make sense for Galactus to be most worried about the Fantastic Four themselves, since, you know, it's their movie. And while the Fantastic Four will obviously have a role to play in Galactus' eventual downfall, the Silver Surfer may be the key to taking him down. The Silver Surfer often grapples with the moral ramifications of his divine destiny. In the so-called Galactus trilogy, consisting of Fantastic Four number 48 through number 50, the Silver Surfer turns against his master, deciding that humanity is worth saving. Assuming First Steps follows a similar narrative, Shalla-Bal could arrive on Earth and reach a similar conclusion. In the comic arc, the Fantastic Four halt Galactus' path when Reed threatens him with the Ultimate Nullifier, an ancient device created by the Watcher Enmu that can destroy pretty much anything. Reed and Galactus agree on a contingency of mutually assured destruction, and Galactus departs the Earth in peace. Perhaps First Steps could see Shalla-Bal experience a change of heart and guide the Fantastic Four to the location of the Ultimate Nullifier. In the Galactus trilogy, the Nullifier is found on Galactus' world ship, so Shalla-Bal could guide them there, as she would likely be privy to such information. And even if the Ultimate Nullifier doesn't factor into First Steps, Shalla-Bal is likely to be the one who provides our heroes with the necessary information to save the day. The neat thing about the history of comic books is that there are endless storylines for movie adaptations to pull from, even if some contradict what's come before.
I'm so confused.
Take for example the 6-issue miniseries Galactus the Devourer. Other comics have accepted that Galactus is a necessary evil of sorts. He provides an allegory for the finite nature of existence and maintains a twisted balance to the universe. In Galactus the Devourer, however, his hunger becomes too much, and he begins consuming more planets than he should. The story reveals that Galactus chose Norrin Radd as the Silver Surfer because he knew he was noble enough to stop him when this day came, and that's exactly what he does. The Silver Surfer works with the Fantastic Four and some other superheroes to basically turn Galactus into a star, finally ending his reign of terror. It's only as he's dying that Galactus reveals to the Silver Surfer that he always intended him to take him out when the time called for it. And Rad is actually sad to see Galactus go, not least because there are worse things out there than Galactus. It later turns out that the death of just one Galactus in one universe is enough to unleash Abraxas, an embodiment of pure destruction who seeks to bring an end to the multiverse.
Ooh, into the multiverse.
Oh no!
All right.
We're going Joker folly-a-do level, eh? The MCU could follow a similar path, one that sees the Silver Surfer and the Fantastic Four kill Galactus in first steps, only to place the rest of existence in mortal danger. The Silver Surfer is, if nothing else, a complicated person. As Galactus Herald, he has doomed numerous planets, but it's all been an effort to save his own. He carries the weight of his actions because of this, becoming a kind of tragic figure roaming the universe on a silver surfboard.
All that you know is at an end.
That doesn't mean he's granted forgiveness for all his actions though, and he can be downright evil at times, like in Marvel's Time Slip storyline. In Universe 97214, Galactus dies, leaving the Silver Surfer to consume worlds instead. In the process, he loses his soul and mind as he succumbs to the power cosmic. With Shalla-Bal being the Silver Surfer we'll meet in the Fantastic Four First Steps, it's probably safe to assume that she wields the power cosmic too. And if Shalla-Bal is capable of similar feats of power to those we saw in Time Slip, then Galactus could have good reason to worry about her loyalty. Norrin Radd and Shalla-Bal are far from the only characters who have donned the mantle of Galactus Herald. Hell, even Peter Parker's Aunt May was a Herald in a Marvel team-up storyline.
Shame on you.
Heralds are effectively time savers for Galactus as they scout out potential worlds for him to eat. But not everyone is so keen on doing the job, as Norrin Radd himself proves. So if Shalla-Bal has a similar crisis of faith during First Steps, it's possible that Galactus might go looking for a replacement. If the Fantastic Four and Shalla-Bal can't figure out a way to kill Galactus, First Steps might see one of the teams step up to assume the Herald's responsibilities. This actually happened once in the comics. In Fantastic Four number 522, none other than Johnny Storm becomes Galactus Herald. In this storyline, Johnny has Sue's powers, and Galactus needs his mastery of invisibility to help him find planets that have turned invisible to protect themselves. Johnny isn't as melancholic a figure as Norrin Radd though, and he bides his time until he gets assistance from the rest of the Fantastic Four. Johnny then uses his power cosmic to return Galactus to his original form of Gallon. While the power cosmic has always been fairly ill-defined, we do know that any Silver Surfer possessing it can do pretty much whatever they want, even eliminating Galactus as a threat. The Silver Surfer is without a doubt one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. Being derived from the essence of a previous multiverse, the power cosmic allows the Silver Surfer to perform some incredible feats. He can augment his own strength, he can manipulate matter, and he can travel through time. And even though Galactus may believe the Silver Surfer is on his side, you never know when the tides could turn. To a degree, this means Shalla-Bal's Silver Surfer in First Steps could be pretty overpowered. It would obviously be a bit of a letdown if she used time travel to help the Fantastic Four beat Galactus, of course. But there's little doubt that Shalla-Bal will be a useful ally, and one who adds something different to the mix. Sure, the Fantastic Four have a stretchy guy, an invisible woman, a rock person, and a man who can set himself on fire. They've got nothing quite like the Silver Surfer. Perhaps most importantly, the Surfer can imbue others with the power cosmic, which is what Norrin Radd originally did to Shalla-Bal, allowing her to restore their homeworld of Zen-La. It's possible that Shalla-Bal could give her power cosmic to the Fantastic Four in First Steps to enhance their abilities, or simply use it herself to bring down the big guy. Essentially, anything Norrin Radd has done in the comics is on the table for Shalla-Bal. We've gone over the various ways the Silver Surfer could be a massive threat to Galactus in the Fantastic Four First Steps, but there are a few other characters who could play a role in bringing down the Devourer of Worlds. For example, Molecule Man might use his powers of matter manipulation to use the fabric of reality against Galactus. One fan theory suggests that John Malkovich will be playing Molecule Man in the movie, and this would make a lot of sense if true. In the comics, he plays a pivotal part in the Secret Wars story arc, becoming so powerful that he merges different universes together to create Battleworld. Considering Avengers Secret Wars is on the horizon, his MCU debut could be imminent, and what better way of showing off his powers than having him take on Galactus? There's also the MCU's version of Uatu the Watcher, who so far has only appeared in the animated series What If.
You cannot compute the power of my will.
It seems like a slam dunk idea to use Jeffrey Wright's acting talents in the live action realm as well, and in the comics. It's Uatu who suggests that Johnny Storm retrieved the ultimate nullifier to bring down Galactus. With such cosmic and powerful beings potentially in the mix, some truly fantastic events could unfold in First Steps. One popular First Steps fan theory is that Sue Storm will be pregnant in the film. In the trailer, she walks in a manner that may suggest she's carrying a child, and at one point her powers phase in and out while Reed Richards comforts her, almost as though she's giving birth. If Sue does wind up giving birth in First Steps, it will almost certainly be to Franklin Richards. Franklin is one of the most powerful figures in Marvel canon, and he has defeated Galactus on multiple occasions. While you might think there's no way a newborn baby could take on the Devourer of Worlds, Franklin may not stay a child for long. In Fantastic Four number 604, a version of Franklin from the future travels back in time to help his parents battle the Mad Celestials. This Franklin actually turns Galactus into his herald and has him fight the Celestials. There's also Fantastic Four Life Story number 5, in which Franklin uses a psionic headband to fry Galactus' brain after Reed connects cosmically with him. In the event that Franklin Richards shows up in the Fantastic Four First Steps, he could provide the Deus Ex Machina the team needs to save the world. That's assuming Galactus can be killed in any manner in First Steps, of course. It's also entirely possible that the Fantastic Four will lose, and that either the Earth or the universe will be destroyed. In that case, Marvel's first family would be forced to seek out a new home, leading them straight into the prime MCU universe.